Well, the staggering number of Oregonians who died during our stifling heat wave keeps getting worse. 79 Oregonians died of heat-related illness. Many of us want to know, could that loss of life have been prevented? And our Lisa Balick getting answers, and she joins us from downtown Portland. What did you learn, Lisa?
Well, while the heat blast was definitely predicted, there were so many people who were unaware and unprepared that it could be so deadly. Work now to try and prevent this from happening again. I was out on the streets Monday when it was 116 degrees and saw how the hostile heat was threatening lives, sending hundreds to the hospital. But we've learned many of those who died in Multnomah County from heat-related illness were not out there. Instead, they were alone in homes and apartments, no AC, no fans. They didn't or couldn't leave when the temperatures skyrocketed. People from their 40s to their 90s died in the heat.
I think there is a lot that we can do.
The Multnomah County chair says a lot was done. Social service workers calling clients ahead of the heat to see if they could help. The county quickly setting up 3 24-hour cooling centers and an overnight shelter at the convention center, serving more than 1,000 people. But that convention center space was never filled. We heard from several people there were problems with 211, the contact number for help like getting a ride to a cooling center.
We recognize as well that there were issues here that we want to take a look at. I think you'll see us take a look at the contract to see what their capacity is and see potentially how we could assist them, or is there another way that we have to do it.
Some of those suffering in the heat told me they didn't want to go to a place that was far from home. Only a few of the city's 28 libraries were open to let people in to cool off, and the community centers not opened as cooling locations. COVID restrictions still in place. I asked City Emergency Management if this will change next time. I was told, quote, it's too soon to know. The county says it will look at doing better.
We're going to take a hard look. I mean, we didn't turn anybody away, but we also recognize that not everybody that probably needed some of those locations, came to the door and said, I need help. And I think that that's one of the things we very much have to think about.
Now, for example, whether or not there should be more shelters throughout the city. Also, neighborhood teams of volunteers who are called the NET teams, more of those people going out door to door to check on people. It's also a reminder when the weather is cooler now to knock on a neighbor's door, check with them if you see them going out for the mail. Ask them if they need some kind of help in the future, get something that they may need, whether it be extra water at the store, a fan as things have cooled off now, things that they may need down the road because we are just getting into this weather, that's for sure. Live in downtown Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.